So my name's Christy Diaz. I've been a Pottery for a little over 6 years now. One of my favorite things when I first joined was to do all the online training. So in tonight's presentation, we're going to be talking about the Pottery products, and we usually have time at the end for questions. If you wanted to know about a product that I don't cover tonight, we'll just go to the website and learn about it right there on the spot. But we talk about bringing love home because love is just a big part of having animals in your life. This is our vision statement of Pottery, that to create a world filled with unconditional love for pets and their people thrive. So everything that I have observed about the company over the years has demonstrated integrity and demonstrated that they do put what's best for the pets first. So I'll try to point those out, what I mean, as we go through the presentation and stuff. But I just really feel like if we are ever going to have a world filled with love, that pets, animals are going to be a big part of that. And so I'm glad that they incorporated that into their vision statement too. And we have a full line of products. I don't know how much you guys already know about our products or what we have, but we have everything from food to treats to supplements to grooming products. I think we're probably most famous for the seasonings. Like those were pretty unique when we first came out with those a couple of years ago. But there's definitely a lot of dog food companies out there. And so lots of people want to know what makes Pottery different. And we kind of came up with this list. We have uncompromising quality. Our products are all natural, and we have a 100% happiness guarantee. And with Pottery, you're not just a number. You have a pet pro who knows you and takes care of you and is there for your questions. And you don't have to guess about what's best. We have a pet profile that you can fill out. And I already mentioned the training that we get in our Pottery University online. So you get educated, passionate pet pros to help guide you, and it saves you money. You'll hear all sorts of testimonials about how people don't have to go to the vet as often and stuff like that, because when you're being proactive and taking care of your pet's health, you just don't have as many problems down the road. And then just the peace of mind, like knowing that you've done everything you can, that you have given your pet the best chance at a healthy life, like that is peace of mind. Our supplements that we use, they're all certified. They all have this quality seal from the NASC. And so whenever you're using supplements for your pets, whether it's Pottery or anything else, like look for this seal, because this really does mean something important. They have very strict labeling compliance that companies have to follow, random product testing, just all these safety features. So this is really important to find, and Pottery has this on all of our supplement products. And this is our pet profile. We take the guesswork out of your pet's nutrition. So you can answer some questions, and then we'll give you a nutrition plan that was developed by the veterinarians and nutritionists, and for each pet, whether it's a dog or a cat. So we can do that for you. I feel like most people that come to these presentations already know that quality really matters in pet products, like all the recalls that we've been through, and just like all the things in the news about that. It's good examples of why it matters, where ingredients are sourced from and manufactured and things like that. With Pottery, with our food, a little goes a long way. It's very nutrient dense. It's formulated to be highly digestible. So that means you're feeding less, they're going to poop less, they're going to get more of the nutrients actually into their bodies to do the good that it needs to do there. It can be up to like 40% less food. So for me, my little dogs, 10 pounds of food will last one of them 2.5 months. So a little really does go a long way. And when it comes to pet health, there's two approaches: a reactive approach or a proactive approach. And when you think about reactive, that's more like when you need to treat a condition, treat an illness, give medications. But proactive is like a more natural approach, trying to prevent things before they become an issue. And here's just another kind of illustration, if this is a kind of a new concept for you to think about. But with that kind of like modern reactive approach, there's like all these symptoms, and then you start to go back and try to address the root cause. But with the natural approach, you're proactively treating that root cause before it becomes a symptom. So a lot of us want to kind of take this proactive pet parenting approach using more natural approaches. Okay, This video is a 2-minute video. This is G. Khalsa. She is one of our very scientific minded pet pros. We were so excited when she joined Pottery and brought all of her research and just clinical experience and just love of science into Pottery. So she's going to talk about how COVID and that whole situation changed pet food in general. And so again, just like about a 2-minute video here.
Hi there. I want to share some insider information with you about the dog food industry that nobody else seems to want to tell you. We are in unprecedented times in terms of supply chain and increasing costs. I'm sure you've all noticed that costs have increased on everything for all of us, and I haven't noticed any exceptions, and I'm guessing you haven't either. So that includes dog food, cat food, and other pet supplies. With the increased cost of food and transportation, the cost to produce dog and cat food are going up, and companies have 3 ways they can deal with this. Number 1, they can reduce the size of the bag and the amount of food in there. This is called a reverse price increase. What this means is that the price of the food stays the same, but you get less and you have to buy it more often. 2, they can swap out ingredients for cheaper and inferior ingredients. What this means for you is that the price doesn't increase, but the quality is much lower, and our pets are often the ones who suffer from this. And then 3, the last choice is that companies can keep the quality the same and the size of the bag the same and increase their prices. What's interesting to note about all of this is that companies are not required to tell you when they lower the quality or change the ingredients of their pet food or reduce the size of the bag. This is important because it means that they can do all sorts of things to affect their pricing and the quality of the pet food, but you don't necessarily know until you may see declining health or other issues in your pet. So here's what you can do to watch and listen for. The cells of your dogs and cats regenerate over 2 to 3 months, so it may take a little time for some of these to show up, and others may be evident a little bit quicker. But things like your dog not wanting to eat all of a sudden, not only can they tell the difference in the quality of the food, but flavor enhancers and real meat are tasty, but they're very much more expensive. You may see digestive changes like loose stool or gas. You may see changes in how your pet is acting. For example, they may have less energy. Over time, you may see that your pet's coat is getting more dull or less shiny or less soft. And if you're seeing changes on the outside, you better believe things are happening on the inside too, or something is just off. And I know this is disturbing information for many of us, but it can also be a blessing in disguise because it gives us an opportunity to see what our pet food companies are really doing and to make better choices if we need to.
I loved it when she pointed these out to us. And so I like to share that on here. Okay, so there's kind of like 4 key areas when you think about your pet's health, their joints, their skin and coat, their digestive, and then kind of this catch-all category, just this overall health and vitality. And so 4 of our best sellers are in proactive for these areas of health. So for joint health, for skin and coat, for digestive and overall balance and vitality. And digestive health issues are the number 1 reason that pets see their veterinarian. So I remember that as I say, like number 2 is number 1. So yeah, digestive issues are the biggest reason that pets have to see the vet. And so our answer for this is GastroPro Plus. A lot of your immune system, whether it's animals or humans, is in the digestive system. And so it's really critical to maintain healthy levels of these good bacteria, that healthy biome. And that's what this product does. It has 4 things, 4 in 1. So it has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, cooling herbs, and it's packaged in a way to ensure that you get the most efficacious live probiotics in every dose. And we talked about the uncompromising quality that's so important with Pottery, and that comes in the packaging as well. Having a sealed container of a probiotic is good, or having it in a capsule, like a jar of capsules, is better because at least it's a little bit more sealed. But really, if you think about it, the best way to preserve and protect it from light and oxygen and moisture is to have it blister pack sealed. And so that's the way the GastroPro Plus comes to your door. And so you break out the one you need to use, open the capsule, sprinkle it on. If you have a small dog, just use part of the capsule, close it up, Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge to preserve it until the next day when you need to use it. So I always like to point out, leave them in their blister peel, their blister packs. They're supposed to be that way. And this is a testimonial from Keeley about Remy having some digestive problems and what a big difference the GastroPro Plus. I think they also changed her food, which also would make a difference. But GastroPro Plus can be a lifesaver, preventative. It can also be used reactively. Like if my dog Maggie, one time she got into the trash and ate some pork fat, and she never gets table food or anything like that. So I just knew that all that grease was going to do something bad to her stomach. Like I didn't know if she was going to throw up or have diarrhea. And so I gave her some canned pumpkin and I probably gave her a whole capsule of GastroPro Plus and she ate it. It has a cinnamon flavor, so they like the way it tastes. And she ate it and she did not throw up. She did not have diarrhea or anything. So I use this proactively and I also use it in reactive situations. Anytime a dog or cat is transitioning their food, this is a great thing to add on to their food to help with that transition period. This slide shows the most common reasons that dogs and cats have to go see the vet. And so stomach issues, like I said, number 2 is number 1. Second issue are skin issues. I'm looking at the dog side. So skin issues are the second most common reason that dogs have to go see the vet. And so for skin and coat health, our answer is the Patri Wild Alaskan Salmon and Pollock Oil. This is especially formulated for dogs and cats. And the sourcing is just very high quality. When they catch the salmon and the boats in Alaska, it gets processed like within 30 minutes of catching it. So it's super fresh to preserve like all the omega-3s and omega-6s. And it has a very high ratio. The omega-3s are the more of the anti-inflammatory ones that are crucial, that are lacking in most of pets' diets. So it has like a 14-1. So 14 of omega-3s to 1 omega-6 ratio. So very high quality, very good stuff. And so it's going to help reduce shedding. It's going to have some anti-inflammatory. So whether it's irritated skin or hot spots, joint things, like all these things are what omega-3 fatty acids help do. And so this is something that you're not going to see, like you're not going to give one dose and see a result, right? It takes time for cells to turn over in the body for you to see it. But when you can see the outside is healthy, you know the inside is healthy. And so this is just great for every organ system, brain, heart, eyes, everything benefits from taking this salmon oil. And if you're afraid it's going to smell fishy, then use the salmon oil drops instead. These are chews for dogs and cat. I also have these if I'm going to be like traveling with our pets and I'm afraid the oil is going to spill. But this is another good option for people that don't like the way salmon smells, but know the benefits are really super good for their pets. I do this little quiz about what age do you think it's best to start giving pets joint support supplements? And here's the answer. All of them. Like it's never too young to start on joint support. And that's something a lot of people that start learning with Patri weren't familiar with, that you can start when they're puppies, help that preventative pet parenting that we talked about. And so for joint support, our answer is Joint Support Plus. And these are some of the ingredients that it has in it and what they're there for, what they help do. And you can buy these individually, just get a glucosamine or just get an MSM product. But Joint Support Plus was designed so that you get all the good things all in one chew. And it's in effective, like therapeutic doses. So it's not like just a tiny little smudge just to say that we have it. Like, no, it's full. Sometimes, I don't know the specifics, but somebody was telling me that sometimes the concentrations or the amounts of these ingredients are higher than even like prescriptions. Like if you were getting a prescription glucosamine or something, or chondroitin or something, like it's very good quality stuff. And all of these work together to help preserve that joint fluid, because joint fluid will dissipate over time. And so that's why it's important to start young, to preserve it as soon as you can. And that's what this slide is showing. Once the joint fluid's gone, it's gone. And just look at how many cats experience arthritis in at least one joint. I mean, they're always moving, they're always jumping. Like, of course, their joints are going to be in trouble. Oh, and that's another point. Even like large and small, like all sizes of dogs can use this. So yeah, so that's our answer for joint health. Patri Joint Support Plus. It comes in a large and a small. And some people will buy the large, even though they have a small dog, and just cut the chews in half to just get a little bit extra bang for their buck that way. And then for the overall health and vitality, we have CBD Mega, and just like a roof kind of protects the whole house, kind of keeps everything safe and protected. And that's sort of the way CBD works. Like, it just has such an amazing array of what it can do. It's safe to give to your dog every day, dogs and cats. It takes about 30 minutes for them to feel the effects, and it can last up to 12 hours. And I don't know if this is helpful, but sometimes seeing a picture is helpful for me. So CBD Mega is like the roof, like one thing that helps everything. It helps with joint issues, digestion, the immune system, like all these things CBD Mega can help with. Food, good quality, high quality food is the foundation of good health. And then, in the guts of the house, you got your leaky faucets and clogged drains, stuff that Gastro Pro Plus helps with. And the exterior of the house, that shedding and that coat, that's what the salmon oil is helping with. And then any creaky doors or stiff windows, like that's the kind of stuff that the joint support helps. So if you were to ask what issues does CBD Mega specifically help with, like here is a list, and it's quite a long list. And once I really fully understood this, like I became more determined that my dogs were going to take this every day, because when I first got this, when it first came out, I gave it to my dogs and they loved it. And I was like, okay, great. Well, here we go. We'll see what happens. And then maybe like a week later, they were not taking it like just voluntarily anymore, even though it's, a chew, and they loved it at first. They weren't taking it. And so I didn't force them to take it. I just kind of took the easy path. But then as I learned more and more about what it actually did for them, I was like, I am determined. My dogs are going to take this. And so I found a way where I make this slurry, and I crumble it up, and I add some warm water and paw pairings and bone broth. I just try to make it like warm and aroma and flavorful, and mix the CBD in there and put their food so that it gets all coated on their food. And so I got them consistently to take it. And I guess you would have to know my dogs, but I have an older 6-year-old dog, and she just lays around most of the day. She'll play and Zoom and stuff like that in the evenings, and play with Maggie, who's 2 years old. And she is like always on the go, like always wants you to play ball with her and things like that. And so when I was consistently giving it to them, what I noticed first was that Ellie, my older dog, became more playful. Like she would want to engage Maggie in play periods, even in the middle of the day when usually she'd be sitting on the couch. Like it just gave her a little bit more pep to her step, a lot more pep to her step. Like we all noticed it in the family. And that was really the only thing that I got more consistent, was making sure she got her CBD Mega. But Maggie, who was very hyper and everything, she chilled out, and she, wasn't always coming up to me and asking to play ball. Like she chilled out with it. So it's like this balancer, or this like equalizer, like kind of just bringing things into homeostasis, bringing it into balance. And I definitely experienced that with my dogs. And again, even though they liked it at first, then they didn't like it, but I found a way to make them take it. My husband does not make them take it, and I think he just hasn't learned about it enough. So again, just another way to try to illustrate what CBD Mega is ideal for. I'm saying the same things over and over in different ways, but it's just really cool, everything that this can do. So besides the 15 milligrams of organic broad spectrum hemp extract, it also has passion flower, which helps to reduce stress and anxiety. It has valerian root, which helps to calm anxious or stressed or fearful pets. It has ginger root, which is going to help with those digestive, and it also helps with the inflammatory response. There's more. And by saying it's organic broad spectrum hemp extract, I didn't realize this so recently, like extract versus oil. If like the CBD concentration in respect to like the hemp that it came from, if that's more than 80%, it's an extract, not an oil. So having an extract is like a higher, more concentrated form than an oil, than a hemp oil. And it's certified organic and it's GMO free. And I just want to point out that the NASE, it does support the use of CBD when it's a dosage form animal health product, like a supplement would be a dosage form versus an animal feed product. So a food or a treat or something that's supplementing food, that is in a different category according to the NASC. And so CBD treats would not be ever like have the seal of approval from the NASC, but this is more considered their dosage form animal health product. And so this does have their approval, the NASC approval. Okay, here I am showing the same thing over and over again, like all the systems that are helped out by CBD and bringing the body into homeostasis. So that's our answer for overall health and vitality, working on that endocannabinoid system, letting the body do what it needs to do, providing it the tools so it can heal itself. This is the last product I have a slide for, and then we're going to open it up for questions. If you have specific things you want to hear about, that'll be the time for this. But I want to talk about something called Brain Drops, and it's for brain support. And this is something that's great for senior dogs, not cats. This is one that's only for dogs. And so here's the story of Emmy Lou. She was 13 when they started her on the Brain Drops, and it helps regulate her sleep-wake cycle. It lessened her anxiety. It helped support the nights. I've had a customer say like it was great when he started using this, that his dog wasn't getting up in the middle of the night so much to go out to pee. I've heard other people talk about their dogs don't get confused and kind of stuck in the corners or like just turning in circles and things like that. So this is a product that really can, like I was talking about that peace of mind that Patri does, like this is one that gives you peace of mind that you have done everything you can for your dog in their senior years. And here's some of the things that it contains that helps it be effective. And again, it's a chew, so it's tasty. Maggie would like to make a guest appearance, apparently. And this supplement is not one that you're going to give to a younger puppy. This is one that you can give even before they show signs of having, cognitive impairment or something. But you're not going to start it in a younger dog, like Ellie or Maggie that are still too young. So, but this is something I'm definitely going to use when Ellie gets old enough to use it, because I want her to have just the best, healthiest life that she can for as long as she can. So I just want to mention this because it's important, since so many of our things can be used proactively, but this is not one that you would give to a puppy. It's not going to hurt them though. This isn't going to hurt them. It's just not going to do any good. It's just not going to be a good way to use your money. Okay, so that's the end of this presentation. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. So it's time for questions. This is my little dog. This is my older dog, Ellie. That's the couch potato one. But are there any questions about if I can go back over something we've already covered, or if you want to move on to new stuff, let me know what questions you have. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my website. Okay. So on this shopping website, when you're like, you can decide if you want to look at dog things or cat things. And if it's under dogs, for instance, then you can look by products. So here we have like all the categories of the products, or if we have issues. So if someone's like, oh, I really need some help with these ears or something like that, this kind of helps direct them to just look at those kind of products. But a lot of times somebody knows like, oh, I'm looking for treats, or I'm looking for the seasonings. And right now we've got some holiday gifts that were just announced. We also have grooming products. Like I said, seasonings is kind of what we're famous for. These solution sets and these popular kits, these are sort of like bundles where you can get a discount. So let me just show you like on one of the solution sets. So those core 4 things, like if you were going to get all of them all together, instead of paying for a small dog. Like my dogs are 8 pounds, so this would be what we would use. So instead of 142, you can get a savings by getting them all bundled together. And, calming solution sets, eye care, potty training. So these solution sets are a good place to look. So you can start with like the discount deals, the discounted prices, popular kits. Some of them are going to have a discount, for getting the ultimate gourmet set of seasonings. There's a discount there. This is sort of like the sprinkle of the month club. You can get like every couple months, get like another 3 bottles. And when you get these seasonings, we encourage you to go ahead and like peel the seal off of all 3 at once. Like mix them up throughout the whole 3 months that they'll be lasting you. So you can really give them some variety to their meals and mix up meal times. And these are some of the things that I use to get my dogs to take the supplements that they're not crazy about, but that I'm determined they're going to take. So yeah, so these solution sets and popular kits are good ways to look for some discounts.
Baking mix.
Yeah, the baking mix.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, you can see like it has a little apron on the bag, but it on the bag, it tells you like if you wanted to like make it into like a dough that you could roll out like cookies, or if you wanted to like make it a little fluffier, you could make little cupcakes or something like that. So it's a little bit of a versatile baking mix, and you can, I don't know, I think that's really fun to do with kids and stuff, like make little treats for your dogs or cats. This is for dogs and cats. They can both eat the same thing. Like the treats are for dogs and cats, not species specific. I see Brittany has joined us.
So
yeah. Is there anything that you would like me to show or talk about, Brittany? I don't know how long you've been on, but we went through how you can look by products or issues. This pet profile is where you get to answer the questions to, take the guesswork out of your pet's nutrition.
So I was just curious about, I guess, a little bit more about like the dog food and like how long the food lasts, what exactly is in it, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So for dog food, we have 12 different recipes. And so, there's all of them. And 7 of them are going to be grain-free. So they'll have this little symbol to let you know that they're grain-free. And then 5 are going to have healthy grains. So like this one has brown rice. This one has oatmeal, brown rice. Here's some barley. And so you can fill the pet profile and it'll ask you questions about the breed, the weight, the energy level, like all these different questions about your dog or your cat. And then it will recommend which one of these recipes they think is best. When you do the pet profile, it'll have feeding instructions. And so, my dogs, 8 pounds, I feed them, well, it varies. Like when I start to notice that they're getting a little fat, like over their ribs, like their ribs feel like I can't feel the ribs very well, then I'll cut back. But right now I'm giving them a little bit more. So they're getting 2 tablespoons 3 times a day. So what is that? 6 tablespoons a day. If they start to gain weight, I'll cut them back to where they get 2 tablespoons twice a day. So that's 1/4 of a cup a day. Like it's very nutrient dense. It's hard to emphasize that enough. I had a breeder that I work with that had Great Danes. And I think she used to, whatever food she was on before, she was feeding like 8.5 cups a day. And with Patri, she went down to 4 cups a day. But when I heard 4 cups a day of Patri, I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, no, you don't understand. I used to feed 8. So.
Yeah, I actually had a customer that was feeding 4. I think she was on Purina. And when she did the pet profile and switched over to Patri, it went down to 1 7/8. I mean, that's a huge difference.
Yeah. So like if you looked at like the price per pound or the price, it's going to be hard to compare because it's not really fair to compare our high quality and nutrient dense to other ones. So that's what I tell people, like, so this is what this is the recipe I use. So like $53 for 10 pounds, but that lasts me 2.5, sometimes 3 months. So a little goes a long way. And if it's saving you on vet bills and giving you peace of mind, like it's totally worth it. Does that answer your question, Jenna?
Yeah, it does. It sounds like I would just need to fill out a profile then.
That's the best way. And your pet pro, Jenna, Brittany can help you guide you through that and stuff. On this page, when you go look at the details, I just want to point out something about ordering from our site. Okay, so we have, if you look at this drop down, we have regular bags, large bags, and extra large bags. Now, all of our bags are 10.3 pounds, but there is a price break you get for purchasing what's called a large. So you're going to get 2 of these bags, or with extra large, you're going to get 3 of these bags, because that's what's best for pets, to keep it sealed, Ziploc sealed. The bag is like really high quality to keep it fresh. So we encourage you to keep the food in the bags. Don't dump everything into a big container. Like, use the packaging like it's there for a reason. But this gives you a big break on the price. Like, if you were to get 3 regular bags versus getting 1 extra large, you're still going to get 3 bags either way, but it saves you. I did a little chart to show it one time, and I think it was like
It almost saves you a full bag, a full 10-pound bag.
It's almost, yeah. So let me just show you the price. So if we go to an extra large, it's 115. And remember, one was $53 or $52. So it really almost saves you, like she said, the 30% of the whole bag. So even though one bag will last me that long, I want the price saving. So I'll get 3 bags at a time, because it'll store. It has an expiration date. You don't have to refrigerate it or anything like that. So it'll store and save. So I'm working on food that we ordered back in January still.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
So, and also use the Easy Ship. Like, I cannot stand auto ships, like those things that have to come every month. Like, I cannot stand those things, but that's not what Easy Ship is. Easy Ship lets you choose if you want it every 4 weeks, every 12 weeks, every 3 months. Like, it's very easy. You can edit it at any point. So the things that are in there, how often they come, it's really easy to use, and it helps you earn points, which my points are not showing up because I'm not logged in, but you earn points and you can get discounted shipping or even free shipping with this Easy Ship. So like, I'm trying to think of like what would be a reason not to get Easy Ship. And usually it's just that they don't understand, or they're afraid that it's going to obligate them to buy something every month. And that's not what this is. So whenever you're adding things to your cart, use the Easy Ship. Your Pet Pro can also help guide you to, get the best bang for your buck and get all the goodies available. But yeah, you can get paw points with your Easy Ship. And this didn't give me the option right there, but you can choose, like, do I want to use money to buy this, or do I want to use my paw points to pay for this? So you can earn enough paw points and then get things for free with your points if you're on the Easy Ships. And then, so these 3 tabs down here will give you, if you need a lot more details, it'll give you the product facts, gives you the ingredients, all the guaranteed analysis, and how many calories per cup. So if that's the kind of detail level that you need, it's there. And then here's, a video about the food and stuff. So, there we go. Thank you for that question, Jenna. Hey, Marsha.
That was really helpful. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. But yeah, you can see that this one is good for puppies that are small or medium breeds. And so, yeah, they can guide you through all that kind of stuff. Under our stories, we have stories of testimonials. So, if you were thinking about like one of the products, you could look for some testimonials on those products, or you could, if you go down far enough, find issues like other dogs or cats that have anxiety or bad gas, and look for testimonials about how it's helped other pets. So the About Us, or the Our Stories section, has testimonials and stories you can share about us. Is if you were interested in just seeing what it was to join as a Pet Pro, you would be your own customer kind of a thing. So you can click on this Join Us and just see the information about what is entailed in signing up and becoming your own customer. The Paw Tree Story, Why Paw Tree, the Paw Club, that's another name for Easy Ship. So Paw Club and Easy Ship are really the same thing. There's a blog, that's our pet profile. I set up a couple of just recommendation pages, and then this has the offers. So right now there's the core decor offers. I wanted to go look at the holiday gifts. These just came out last month. This came on the website last month, and I've seen some people doing videos about some of these. We have this one from last year. This one, they really liked it. The legs are bungees, and there's like squeakies and a grunter in the tummy. Maggie always likes to chew on their antlers in the ears part. This is new this year, but it's like 3 toys in one. So this kind of a ball is inside of here, which is inside of here. So once they kind of tear off this outside part, they still have this one to play with. And then once they tear
Oh,
off
that's cute.
that stuff, they still have this to play with. So that my dogs, I don't think would ever get down to that. I'd have to like help them rip the seams to get that out, but that's pretty fun, like 3 in 1. And there's another kind of 3 in 1 thing. This hide and seek, a little fun game, and a hide and seek again there too. I think there's a lot more than just these. I thought they had some things for humans too. We have all these gift sets. So like if you're going to visit somebody for the holidays and you don't know what to get them, but they've got pets, like these always make great little hostess gifts to give them. Brittany, where is like the other holiday things?
So if you go to, let's see, you're in the holiday gifts. I think they're under, are they under the sets? Hold on a second. I'm trying to, holiday gifts. No, you did that.
I did holiday gifts. You know what? Let me just do a search. Let me just do holiday search.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah. When in doubt, use a search bar. Okay, yeah, like this is the stuff I was trying to find. Like they have like hats and socks and pajamas. And
All kinds of cute things.
they don't have this all year long, just around the holidays, but bandanas, more socks, hand towels. I thought this one was super cute. So this is a deodorizing mist spray. And then this is like a healing shea butter balm, but it comes with this toy. That's one of those hide and seek toys, but this is a bathtub and this is the little rubber ducky. And then there's a bottle, like it's not a bottle, it's a squeaky cloth toy of shampoo. And then this is a blow dryer. So I just think that's the cutest little gift set for the spa treatment.